Hey parents, how's it going? Happy Monday, back from break, and we hit the ground running today. Today we talked about using manipulatives to help us compare fractions. This is just the first step. I know for some of us we've learned other ways. No, not yet. We're simply talking about how to use models to help us compare. So for some of these, I'm not going to do all of them. I'm just going to give you a gist of what your kid's going to be doing tonight, what they did in class today, and then some things you guys can do with them going forward so they can get some extra practice at home if you feel so inclined. The first thing I want to talk about is what we did today in class. So in class today, we first started off by talking about how if a fraction has the same denominator, that we can compare them fairly easily. We don't have to worry about what size shape they are. We simply just need to look at a model if we really needed to prove our work. Because again, we're talking about foundational learning here. We need to make sure that we are showing them this. This is how you prove your work. So this is 2/4. So I'm going to shade in 1/4, 2/4. Sorry, I should have put my unit fractions in here. That's my bad. Mr.C slacking at the end of the day. So if this top column represents 2/4, then I need to make this bottom column represent by 3/4. So I'm going to shade in 3/4. Okay, well that's easy enough to see that 3/4 is greater than 2/4. And they picked that up very quickly, which is not surprising at all. However, we actually did pretty well today on this, but our challenge today and in 4th grade is what do we do when fractions are not having the same denominator? What do we do with that? So if a problem is 3/5 is greater than, less than, or equal to, let's call it 2/6, they needed to show a model. Well, I didn't want to start off by doing drawings. What we did use today and what they're going home with is the tiles they made. This is what we did in class today, is we simply took, are there not going to be fish? Oh yeah, there is fish. Okay, cool. We took these models and we put them together because a lot of the kids, the misconception with children is that, oh, the denominator is a 6. That means it's got to be bigger. There's 2/6. Well, when we talk about fractions, this is how many times a whole was cut. So if I'm sharing a pizza with one other person, I'm cutting the pizza in half, that's a really big piece. But if I have to share that same pizza with 6 people, my piece of pizza is going to be small. So the bigger the denominator, the smaller the piece. So I tell them, don't try, this isn't something that we use common, our mental math here. This is something that we need to make sure we use models and drawings to prove. So just by looking at this model, I can see that 3/5 is greater than 2/6. There's no arguing with models. There it is. So this is what we did in class today. We have not talked about equivalencies yet. However, they know the word equivalency. So what are we doing for homework tonight? Well, you're doing this front page here, and all they need to do from 7 to 22 is just use those tiles. Use them. Make sure that they can prove whether or not it's greater than, less than, or equal to. On the back, there's some word problems. So this says Felicia drew a picture on the right to show that 3/8 is greater than 3/4. What was Felicia's mistake? Okay, well, they need to make sure that they can compare using their models. And they need to come up with a reason and find her mistake. Why can you compare 2 fractions with the same denominator by only comparing the numerators? Well, yeah, they should be able to answer that. What can you conclude about 3/5 and 12/20? If you know that 3/5 is the same as 6/10, don't do 25 because that's an equivalency. I thought I looked through and caught everything, but I didn't. Don't do 26. They can do 27. That's just review. They can absolutely do 28. That might take them some time, but that's good because this is exactly what their test questions look like. They can absolutely do 29, simple word problem. I wouldn't do 30. That's sort of interpreting bar graphs, and they'll never have to do that, at least in fourth grade. So stick to the 28, 29, 27, 24, and 23. Again, we're just doing foundational stuff here. I know that there's some tricks and tips that you guys probably have in your pockets. Please hold off on those. I promise I'll either get to them, or if I don't get to them, they're not helpful. That being said, we had a great day today. I'm so excited for the next 3 weeks. We're going to get some great fraction stuff in. These kids are flying through fractions. I'm loving it. I'm loving the energy. They really seem to enjoy it. So let's keep up the hard work at home. I sent those the factors of 8 math facts home today. Let's keep grinding on those math facts, and we will see everybody tomorrow. Thanks. Have a great night.